Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. I'm here with a time-sensitive message for the Libra Collective. Hope you're all doing well. We'll use a variety of tarot and oracle cards for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra. Welcome, everyone, though, okay? And if I get channeled messages, which I'm sure I will share them with you. And do remember, these are general readings, right? It's a general reading. But I do get randomly specific messages too, and people usually claim them in the comments, so it's pretty fun. All right, so Libra. Normally my messages aren't time sensitive, but this one feels that it is. It feels like there's a delicate matter of some kind. It feels as though you have a decision to make, or it just, yeah, so there's like maybe even it's a pivot point, it's a pivotal moment. That's what it feels like. And that's why I think I'm getting that time sensitive energy. We have Wi-Fi here. So maybe it has to do with an online business or taking something to the next level, something maybe with connection in some way, or your business. So you could also be expanding your social network in some way. What else do we have, please, for Libra? I'm actually picking up on violet. Could be a name, could be the flower, but that came through not that long ago too, violet. We have clover, okay? So this is good fortune, luck being on your side. There's some sort of prosperity here when we get clover. Yeah, and they're showing me that kind of star in the middle here. I think for some of you, you're going to have luck regarding accessing something that could take you where you want to be. All right, that's what I feel with that. All right, what else for Libra, please? Lovely Libras. And I know it's a very common name, doesn't usually come into readings, but I'm getting Mary. Any variation, any name containing Mary, M-A-R-Y, M-A-R-I, however you want to spell it. M-E-R-R-Y, yeah. All right, what do we have? Okay, so I'm very clairaudient, and I'm hearing wind chimes. So wind chimes. And also I'm getting this energy of like taking something in because of the weather. So there it is. What else do we have for Libra? Intimate communication, lips. All right, so I'm getting the name Charlie. And actually there's a specific message with it, and it's about taking a chance. But sometimes my guides talk to me, certain ones will say things like, come on, take a chance, Charlie, or chin up, kid. Like I'll hear different accents and just an energy will come through. And right now I am getting something about maybe you need to take a chance on something or someone, or maybe you resonate with the name Charlie, but yeah. Okay, and we have a clump of cards came out. We have ripple effect, camera, so focusing on the future that could make an impact in some way. And then we have some sort of sudden event here with lightning, or the energy could feel supercharged in some way. Maybe you're feeling supercharged about something that you feel could make an impact. Maybe you're, or yeah, well, I guess I just get kind of this. And I just heard Susan. So I'm getting these common names. I don't normally get just like really popular common names, but actually I don't know that many Charlies or Susans even. So anyway, but I know we have some in the audience probably, right? At least one. How you doing there? So swiftness here, shocking events, possibly even two. Okay. Wow. All right. What could that be? Who knows? Who knows? Let's figure it out. Let's find out. Why are we here with this time-sensitive message for Libra, for the Libra Collective? Now, another name coming in now. Julio. Okay, so I'm using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. Sometimes I will get a lot of names, and then I'll do a reading and I won't get any. So you just never know, right? But only take what resonates. It's a general reading, of course. Okay, Libra, I just saw 444. You're protected, you're guided, you're on the right path. What do we have? What do we have for Libra? Ace of Coins, nice. Keyword here being cornerstone. Ace of coins. Wow. And that actually is tying into the Wi-Fi and Clover cards. And so this certainly feels like great fortune for some of you. Luck definitely is on your side when it comes to growing something, or it could be business, it could be plants, it could be, whatever it is you're in right now, you're invested in. It's like, because you're really going in and you're going for it. And actually, I am getting a message about like having some particular kind of charm. Maybe you have a lucky charm, or maybe you're charming and you're using your charm. But yeah, there's this really, it feels secure and stable to me. For lips and ripple effect, I am getting this message about kind of like news spreading, which makes sense, right? Lips, ripple effect. I mean, put them together, Oh, you could also be finding a new mentor, or someone's loving you as a new mentor. Page of coins here. This is tending to practical matters in some way. And that's spreading. Like something small, like working, this opportunity coming in, right? It actually could seem rather small at first. Like you're only able to take care of, maybe if it's a job thing, like, you'd have to have another job, but eventually it feels like something could have this growing. There could be a lot of growth. What else do we have? We have the Five of Wands. Oh, somebody or something, this kind of hot and bothered energy. So some kind of conflict maybe, but just remember to focus on the future. Focus on where you want to go. Something could be, as this card says, the lightning card here, sudden. So there could be just something suddenly you're feeling like very, I don't know, for lack of a better phrase here, your feathers are ruffled, you know? We have Leo energy coming in on that card. Yeah, I'm getting this energy too where you're feeling very defensive. I'm paying attention mostly to this person here, and it's like they're like, no, I said no. Now it could have to do with the letter T, as in Tiffany, is popping out, or the letter X, or just an X in general. So something from the past, almost like trying to possibly, it could even be, a memory is stirred up. Something from a distance, or it could be either the past or something from the distance, is creating some sort of tension here, or it's an energy or a person even that's unpredictable. They just suddenly it comes in, or they know how to push your buttons or something, and here we are having some kind of conflict, it seems. Okay, so let's get more info on that. And again, it could be an internal struggle that's going on. I feel for a lot of you are weighing options when it comes to employment. I am feeling this energy too, where it's important to have this sense of sort of neutrality right now and not allow ourselves to be swept away by emotions. And then interestingly enough, we do have King of Cups here. And it says tea and empathy. So it's like, that King of Cups energy is someone who, you might sit with. It's very like dad kind of, or fun uncle kind of, or or therapist even. Not that they're the same, but emotional control here, very supportive, compassionate, empathetic listener even, someone who really appreciates you, what you're about, your work. It does feel like a person, not just because it's a king. I don't always get people off the cards that are court cards, but this does feel like someone who is like a very devoted energy. So maybe it's you that I'm picking up on too. It could be you're feeling more devoted. There's also this real family connectedness energy with it. And really also I'm getting some of you being really wrapped up in an opportunity that you're just going to love. You're going to love it, or you already know about it maybe. What else do we have for the Libra collective, please? Some of you are going to be receiving or giving sound advice. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, 10 of coins. So this is the energy of feeling very well established. That's the key phrase here from Poppy Palin. All right, that's why I wrote it down. I thought the keywords or key phrases that she included in her book were actually, they're meant to be on the card to some degree, some of them. So I wrote them on there. This was years ago, but anyway, yeah. So 10 of coins. We have Capricorn energy coming through if that's relevant to you, but this is an energy of permanence, of the, leaving your legacy, of tradition, of success, of maybe again someone or you even feeling the value of something, right? And again, remember I said that this page of coins, it's like something, this ace of coins, this page of coins kind of working together, this opportunity that comes in that's small at first leads to long-term stability, long-term success. It has a ripple effect, right? Ripple effect. All right, what else do we have? That's great. And definitely a heavy family kind of energy with this King of Cups and the 10 of coins together. It feels very much family matters are coming to the surface here. We have the Knight of Coins. The phrase here is bank on it. So something you can really, you can bet that it'll work out. So this is it's connecting to that energy of the past or nostalgia, reminding you focus on the future. Keep focusing on where you want to be, not where you came from. And also there's this really, again, taking it slow. Look at all the coins here you have on the table. You have an ace of coins, a page of coins, a 10 of coins, now a knight of coins. There could be people, kind of a lot of people involved with regard to money. So I don't know if I'm picking up on, coworker stuff, or you have staff or something, or what it is, but let's see what the keywords are. We have, okay, being cautious, being dedicated, possibly very just really working very efficiently and being maybe methodical, but also sometimes this can also mean being kind of rigid in some way. So I want to actually get an Ask Yourself tarot card for that card. What do we have? Ask Yourself by Monica Lou. The Hermit. So what situation in your life is asking you to look within? Oh, I don't know why I said Capricorn energy on the 10 of Pentacles. It's actually Virgo energy on the 10 of coins, okay? But anyway, yeah, here we are with the Hermit card. And yeah, it's like, are you really enjoying something though? And how can you be more efficient? Is it really going to bring you the satisfaction, the 9 of Cups and fulfillment, for example, of where you want to be? What else? Oh my goodness. And also clarifying, we have a Tower. So what needs to break down in your life in order to be rebuilt? Needing to know too if something is solid, if it's temporary or if it's going to stick around. We have the Chariot here. So what signs are showing you it's time to move forward? That's it. Because that's why I was hearing if they're going to stick around or if you're going to stick around. So that's the Chariot. Some of you are deciding, after this Tower, great, I'm moving on here. It's interesting. I went and pulled 3 cards and you have 3 major arcana clarifying this Knight of Coins. So this is really, this is asking you with the Hermit to, again, go within. With the Tower, what's breaking down and wants to be rebuilt better? And then with the Chariot, how can you move forward? What signs are you getting that it's in fact time to move forward? So really getting this higher perspective. Some of you too are switching roles in some way. Maybe you were behind the camera and now you're going to be in front of the camera. What else do we have for Libra? This one. Six of Blades. So Six of Swords energy coming through. Again, moving on, transition, some sort of it says slicing through. So maybe you are finally cutting through some sort of something that felt rather monotonous or something that felt like a block. It does feel like there's some sort of progress being made. That's what's underneath that, you know, good fortune with the clover and the social network or online success in some way with Wi-Fi. What else do we have? What else do we have for Libras? Something could also getting sort of this like tailspin kind of energy. So something could really turn around, or something could kind of really get your attention quickly, or again, something kind of sends you in a whole different direction potentially. And look at that though. Yeah. And this is like cut to the chase here with the King of Swords, King of Blades. I think before some of you move towards something, it's sort of wanting to, you know, really know if it can be done in such a way that almost like everybody's needs are met. Yeah, again, you know, randomly specific, take it or leave it. But there is something here about also wanting to feel very authentic in what it is you're doing. So maybe, I mean, because this is like they're in a courtroom too. So really getting to the facts here. You may be getting some sort of new information that helps you move forward feeling better than you were because now you have this new information. It's a very powerful energy. What else do we have? Thanks to those of you who support the channel with subscriptions and likes and hypes and memberships and comments and donations. I appreciate all of you so very much. Thank you. You have a Death card here, and it says many happy returns. Scorpio energy, and it is indeed Scorpio season. Happy birthday if you're a Scorpio sun. And again, transition, right? So you have the Chariot, that's transition. You have the slicing through Six of Blades here, transition. Now you have Death card, transition. So it's very, it feels as though this is a time-sensitive transition. That's what the whole reading is. I get it now. Yeah, that's why it was time sensitive, because it's a major transition. It's a major shift. There's this energy of like purging and renewing here, endings, beginnings. You're maybe eliminating something from your life altogether. There's definitely change here though. And we have the Emperor. So this is someone who is firm but fair, as the card says here. Maybe you're needing to be firm but fair. You know, you're basing something on the facts too, or you're wanting to, trying to be logical about something. Be in command, be in control, having a plan, right? What else do we have? And you'll see there's a castle here in the background. I like seeing that castle in the background after that tower energy came in. But when I saw lightning, I knew right away, yeah, that could be tower. And then sure enough, you get tower clarifying the lightning. So, but remember, sometimes like the universe will send in a tower, and that's what's interesting is the Death card's on top of that, right? But they'll send in a tower because it's like enough's enough. You know, if you're not going to change the situation, the universe will. You know, just, you know, sometimes that's what it feels like anyway. That's how it's been in my life anyway. Where if I'm not getting the signs or I'm not doing what I should be doing for my path, the universe will come in and cut right to the chase for me, right? And cut me loose from something or whatever. So we have Page of Cups here, very pure and sweet energy. Those are the keywords here on the bottom, pure and sweet. So this is really, it's a very lovely energy. It's a very dreamy energy. It's someone who's very intuitive. This is someone creative, someone not afraid to express themselves. They do so with love and joy. What else do we have? I'm picking up on a situation right now about like a money back guarantee or a return policy. So maybe you're having a look into that regarding something. The advice to it can, because whenever I hear stuff, it can also be advice. Make sure you're looking into the if there's a guarantee, a warranty, or a return policy before you're making that big purchase, maybe. And okay, so now it's come in twice, so I am going to mention it. I'm getting carpet cleaner. I know it's so strangely specific, randomly, awesomely specific, but yeah, carpet cleaner. So I don't think that's a metaphor for anything. I don't know how I'm going to make a metaphor out of that. So I think it's literally something to do with carpet cleaning. So maybe you just had a conversation of that, or you just bought a carpet cleaner, you're going to get one. I don't know, or maybe that's your industry, but that's that. All right, we have the 5 of coins. Yeah, this is an energy that can feel like hard times is the key words right there. That's true. It can feel as though you've been abandoned maybe or left out in the cold. It can be an energy too, reminding you, do not um, focus on like the worry. You want to focus on the recovery. You want to focus on the improvement, the changes, the positive changes you are making. Focus on the support, the what you do have in your life. What else do we have? How are you going to, make more out of what you want? Or yeah, make more with what you have. Sort of a lemons to lemonade kind of thing, right? What else? Oh, we have 2 cards here. So you have, oh, nice. All right. So you have, oh my gosh, this is your, no, okay. So that's the 5 of wands. Now you have the 5 of swords. And this is about, it could be a rather hostile energy. Again, more conflict. 5 of wands and 5 of swords could be conflict. So, and then like with it being fire and air, the 5 of blades and then the 5 of wands, it feels like, wow, someone could really be, a situation could be feeling like exacerbated, or again, kind of like instigated, like you're getting poked at, you might feel like. So there's this energy of like discord coming in with that. You also have the Wheel of Fortune that comes in after that though. And here we are. Something's on the move. Okay, there's change. See the monarch there? Big change coming in. And this is luck, change, destiny. It's a, again, I was getting like a pivotal point, a pivotal moment. I don't know if I said that though out loud or not, but I was feeling this sort of a time sensitive, pivotal kind of moment. All right, so yeah, it's for something to change, for something to move forward. Really, yeah, rolling with something here. You're rolling with the changes that are coming in. It could, so even if it doesn't feel pivotal now, you might look back on it and go, wow, that was really a pivotal moment in my life. And maybe you don't know it right now, but it turns out when you look back, the hindsight, right? Sometimes we get clarity in looking back. And you have the 9 of blades, and then you have the Queen of blades. Good. So we go from knife edge to cutting edge. Okay. So going from that kind of nightmare card here, but it's 10:10 on the clock, and that's always positive for me anyway. The sign of, being on the right path with 10:10, kind of things balancing each other out. Like the good's going to outweigh the bad in some way too. It can feel like there's some sort of regret. Yeah. Mental kind of struggle, torment in some way. And then here we have the, being able to have the being able to perceive something in a better way, that leads to clarity, and just having that clarity in general. Yeah, like over here, it's having experience, independence, wit. Yeah, that's Queen of Wands, or sorry, Queen of Swords energy. That's Libra energy. Well, air sign in general, but yeah. Yeah, really having that. There's something here about being able to rely on your wisdom and your experience to really get you through something and give you the upper hand in a situation, give you the advantage. Happy times, from hard times to happy times too. It's going to be a complete shift, a complete turnaround. Look at that. Look what I'm saying that, and you get the Six of Wands. Look at that. And you know what? People are going to notice. People are noticing something, or they will. This is victory. Yeah, this is, it says bearing the flame. Look at that, crossing that finish line, right? So it feels very much star-like energy too. Yeah, being in the lead here. Winning, definitely winning. Hard times to happy times. Oh my goodness, this is the best card in the whole deck. And you want to know why? Look. Whenever it's the person, like that's, I think it's supposed to be representative of Poppy Palin. Rest in peace. And it looks like, oh my gosh. And then you have the monarch here. Look at that. And the golden and the sun. Sun's positive anyway, but then I always find it double lucky when like either the back of the card or the one on the, like the book, you know, or the one representing the artist. Like when that comes through in a reading, I always find that extra powerful. And look, this is so great. And I said I was feeling star vibes. Well, the sun's a star. Look what you have here. It says rise and shine. As I said, it's from hard times to happy times. This is new vitality, new confidence. This is really being happy, celebrating, rejoicing, getting your life back on track, or even ascending in some way. This is just being totally elated with the way something works out. It's kind of like that tower almost could be a castle in disguise, you know? Yeah, wow, amazing. That sun's leading the way. But some of that too, it's like the sun coming from within you, you carrying that optimism with you, and that carrying that energy with you. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you can't even make this up. Sometimes this deck, it just really talks to me. So we have, so again, as I'm shuffling, I'm like, it comes from within. Well, the key phrase on this card, our next card, is the Magician, and it's being the change. So again, like you're the one, you are that sunshine. And that's why you're able to feel it more, pop into your life. It's coming from within. You're choosing to, look at the sunflowers here. You're choosing to cultivate it's like cultivating your garden based on the experience you want to have, like what you wish to have. So it's that believing is seeing, right? So be the change. Amazing. They're really taking action here toward their transformation. They're the ones creating this change. You're creating this lucky change here, Libra. Definitely a lucky change. Oh my goodness, look at that. You'll be jumping for joy with the Fool card. Can you get over these cards? Look at this. The Sun. Now remember, you did have the Wheel of Fortune. You get that Six of Wands. That's how it started. Then you get the Sun. Then you get the Magician. And now you have the Fool card. And I feel like my voice keeps getting louder and louder with excitement. All right. And yeah, so this is remember we were talking about that optimism. That's part of that Fool card energy, having that optimism. And Libra, I want to tell you right now, it's actually, not only is it okay to be different, it's better to be different. There's something here about your unique skills and abilities that's going to set you way above the rest. Any sort of competition you're worried about, or there's something that feels like a threat, no, you're being those fears are illusions. Okay. What do we have? Wow. I'm feeling hummingbird energy. Even though there isn't one here, I definitely feel that. For some of you, you could be kind of reprogramming your beliefs in some way too, and that's going to lead to like almost what feels like magical changes. And there's the Four of Cups here. So reflecting in some way. This just very feeling very, withdrawn, feeling as though like I almost get this energy too of like almost having like a warped perception of reality in some way, and that could be kind of something that we need to surrender to and just realize that again, like something is like kind of what you make of it, and putting aside that sort of jaded outlook and having a complete almost like reprogramming, and maybe also realizing that the choice really is yours and how you want to see the world or how you want to see a situation. Maybe you're seeing something from a higher perspective. Maybe it has to do with what you consider to be your calling. Oh my gosh, look at that. Then you have Four of Wands, warm embrace. Yeah, I do feel there's a solution here coming for some of you. That's kind of like something that, because it doesn't look like there's been a whole lot of fulfillment up to this point. You're like with this Four of Cups, it's kind of this feeling very apathetic. And then you have this rejoicing kind of energy and this sort of this energy of feeling as though, but look, it's the 1111 card, right? So it's in divine timing. So a lot of the times when I get the Four of Wands, a lot of the times it's not necessarily something that's coming quickly. All right. It happens over time, but it leads to that fulfillment in the harmony. Some of you, take it or leave it, as with any of this, but you need more community involvement, or you need to feel a little more supported by others in some way. That'll only be for some of you. Anything I say in a 40-minute reading is only going to resonate for some of you. Libra, Seven of Wands. So there's some fire in the belly here, as the card says, fire in the belly. Oh, and it's about your creation for a lot of you. Yeah, making that choice too. Really taking a stand, not backing down, persevering. Yeah, standing firm, not compromising, right? There's that Knight of Wands. But there's a difference between that and being like hot-headed, right? As this card says on the bottom, they're hot-headed. So I wrote the words on this card, by the way, on these cards. But yeah, this can be a very fast-moving energy. It can be somebody who is, they're super passionate, but they might not necessarily have all the experience they need or all the training. But sometimes we need some of that, like as they call it here, the fire in the belly or the fire under your tail, right? But is this going to be helpful in the long run? Because remember, we have the Ten of Pentacles there. Just something to ask yourself, of course. Speaking of ask yourself, let's ask ourselves right now with the Ask Yourself Tarot. We'll get angel numbers, animal cards, and angel messages before we wind down the reading. Oh my gosh, Libra, you have the second sun card. What? Look at that. So what situation in your life is bringing you warmth and happiness? More of that kind of warmth energy, right? The fire in the belly, the hot-headed. There's a lot of fire energy in your reading, Libra. That's incredible. I love that. Woohoo, yeah. What else for Libra, please? What else for Libra? I know many of you have been asking about personal readings again. And so when I'm open for personal readings, you'll be able to see that. There'll be a comment below with the website. Okay. But when I'm not offering them, the website comes down. So great. All right. Libra. I made the website very easy for you. It's schoolhouseintuitive.com. When it's up, I'm doing readings. When it's down, I'm not. Libra. What do we have? Okay. Libra. There it is. Oh, Page of Wands. And more fire, carrying that torch. That's the key phrase here on this card from the author. Carrying the torch, Libra. And even like the baby on this card, they're holding the flag there. Like you are rising up to the challenge here. having that positivity, right? Looking forward to that adventure. Yeah, this is about excitement, discovery, getting curious. Who cares what people think, right? Like I said, it's better than okay. It's better, not just okay. It's better to be different. That's what's preferred. And oh my goodness, you have the Queen of Wands here, and it says live wire on the card. Look at that. I mean, and you know, it wouldn't be a Libra reading, right? Unless we had the Queen of Wands here. We get it almost every single reading. And so you have this, nothing stops a Queen of Wands, right? This is a bold, kind of vibrant energy. This is someone who is very adventurous. This is not afraid. They're not afraid to just go with it. They don't necessarily know all. I mean, you have all the, I think now, don't you have all the, well, you have most of the wand court cards. You have the knight, the page, and the queen of wands. So there's just a lot of fire in this energy. Some of you are really feeling it. And with fire, well, what goes better with fire than air? Knight of blades here, Knight of swords, Libra. Look at that. This person's like, yeah, I'm not loving this. And this person's just not even paying attention to what they're doing. So make sure here that you are, of course, you know, being smart about something, right? And learning what you need to learn before jumping in. Okay, this is somebody who sometimes, just like that Knight of Wands, I should say, they'll kind of rush right in, and so that's probably not the best idea. But if it's an opportunity and you've already given it lots of thought and reflection, and then the opportunity comes in, that's different. Maybe that you do want to warmly embrace, like with the Four of Wands, warm embrace, right? But you know, maybe you want to take charge, like that Queen of Wands, and even that Emperor, which you have. I mean, you have so many leadership cards too. It's like really this kind of doing things your way, and yeah, letting yourself be assured and be direct in what it is you want to achieve. What else? Because some of you have that absolute clarity. Some of you do. A lot of you don't. Some of you do, though. I think a lot of us know what we don't want. And there's strength. Look at that. Keyword on this card is brave heart. So more Leo energy, more fire energy. So this is somebody, again, very passionate. This is someone who has, you know, a lot of compassion and courage and, well, overall strength, right? This is someone who has really persevered. And this is also somebody I feel like who's ready to get going, you know, really get started on something. Yeah. Yeah. Despite any sort of challenges, just not letting that get in their way at all. And in fact, they're using their any sort of perceived challenges as superpowers, it seems like. And maybe you're doing that. And there's the Nine of Cups. Remember I said lemons to lemonade? They have water to wine here on this card. Yeah, this is that satisfaction, the pleasure, the you know, feeling good, feeling celebrated, feeling like, yep, made the right choice. So hopefully that's for most of you, at least, just feeling that happiness, that bliss. Let's get some power animal cards for you for Libra. Whoa, there's one. We have Flying Fox. So sometimes to see the bigger picture, you have to change your perspective. Yes, there is another way. A lot of butterflies in the reading. A lot of butterflies in the cards. I haven't talked about it, but there are a lot of butterflies in the Everyday Enchantment deck. And now we have a butterfly, one, two, several in this card, a few in this card. And then you have sea lion. And you have to think about what butterflies represent, right? Practice the art of going with the flow, and don't forget to celebrate life's many moments of joy with sea lion. And let's get one more. Zebra. Oh my gosh. I love this. Remember I said one of the key messages in this reading, I've said it a couple times in the reading, is it's not just okay to be different, it's better that way. You have zebra here. And it says, honor your uniqueness as a celebration of the diversity of life. You belong here. Don't doubt that. You're here for a reason, for reasons. Even if you don't know, you're meant to be here. All right. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? We'll get angel. Let's get some angel messages here from the Intuit Angel Oracle. Libra, Libra. Thanks for liking the video, hyping the video, subscribing, becoming a member, and leaving lovely comments. I appreciate all of you. Aniel. Okay. Star of Love and Beauty. Look at that card. Card 6. Taurus energy. And it says, reassuring, creative, love, sensuality, reflection, psychic ability, and serene. Those are keywords. And it says, I help raise your vibration to the higher frequencies of joy and love to experience more passion in your life. It could be developing romance, but it doesn't have to be like with a person. You could be falling in love with an aspect of your life, with something, not just someone. It's connected to the day of Friday and the gemstone moonstone. And we just had that full moon energy. How are y'all feeling from the full moon? Libra, Libra, what do we have? Sarafiel. All right, card 44. So Sarah, you may resonate with the name Sarah. Hey, Sarah. 44. Angel of Resurrection. So this is the fire of purification, holiness, truth and love, increases faith, and overcoming addiction. So truth and love increase. Oh, this angel also increases faith. So connected to asking for help, something coming in very soon, and Amber. The message here is, I burn up blocks to ascension and turn the energy of negative emotions into productive actions that you can take. So much fire in this reading. I'm not at all surprised to then see this guy come in. And angel numbers for the lovely Libras. Whoa. I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's a sign of progression. Things aligning for a new spiritual journey for you. Clover and ripple effect. Lightning. Wow, got all of it here. Got a lot in this reading. Ooh, 1515. There's a sign of faith. You just had that on Archangel Sarafiel. And now you have make necessary changes to achieve your dreams, Libra. One more. 77, a sign of inner wisdom, connecting in with spirituality and intuition. So that's what I have for you this reading. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day.